Welcome to Mythic Codex Legends Unveiled, the place where mythology, folklore, and legend come alive. I'm your host Eliza, and tonight we'll uncover the stories that have captivated humanity for thousands of years. Turn the page, our journey begins now. Have you ever heard a story that made you question whether you should leave your house after sunset? Well, tonight's legend is one of those stories. Picture this. The wind is howling across the lonely shores of Scotland's Orkney Islands. The sea is black, the moon barely shines through the clouds, and every wave that crashes against the rock sounds like a warning. The villagers lock their doors before nightfall, not because something far worse is said to roam the coastline. They call it the Nuckelavee. This creature has been feared for hundreds of years in the Orkney Islands of northern Scotland, long before electricity lit the villages. Families were telling this story around fires, warning children never to wander too close to the shore after dark. Unlike many mythical creatures that simply scare people, the Nuckelavee was blamed for real disasters. If crops suddenly died, people whispered its name. If livestock became sick without explanation, they blamed the Nuckelavee. If disease spread there through a village, many believed the monster had ridden through during the night, leaving death in its awake. No one wanted to be the person who crosses its path. But what exactly is this thing? The Nuckelavee is unlike almost anything else in folklore. Image a horse, a man, fused together into one horrifying body. The horse is massive, its legs strong enough to outrun almost anything. Rising from its back is the upper body of a man, except there's nothing human about him anymore. The most disturbing part, it has no skin. Every muscle, every tendon, every vein is completely exposed, glistening as though the flesh has been peeled away only moments before. Thick black blood pulses beneath the surface, and yellow veins twist around his body like ropes. Its head is grossly oversized, with a mouth stretched into an unnatural grin full of sharp teeth. One burning eyes stares straight ahead while foul smelling breath pours from its mouth, said to be so poisonous it could make crops wither where it's passed. Some stories even describe long black blood running through its exposed muscles, while a sticky slime drips from its body onto the ground. And somehow, that's only the beginning. The Nuckelavee wasn't just terrifying to look at, it represented disease itself. People believed it spread sickness wherever it traveled. Entire fields could be ruined overnight. Livestock would collapse for no apparent reason. Fishermen feared rough seas because they believed the creature controlled storms, dragging boats beneath the waves before anyone could make it back to shore. Unlike many monsters, it didn't need a reason to kill. It simply enjoyed suffering. One of the oldest stories tells of a man who was riding home late one evening when he heard thunder behind him. As he turned, he saw the Nuckelavee charging across the land, moving impossibly fast. The man fled in terror, hearing the monster getting closer with every second. He knew there was only one chance to survive: a small stream. According to Orkanani folklore, the Nuckelavee cannot cross fresh running water. With every bit of strength he had left, the man leaped across the stream. Just before the creature reached him, the Nuckelavee stopped instantly. It screamed with rage from the opposite bank, but could go no further. The man escaped, but only barely. It's one of the few stories where someone actually survived an encounter. There are darker tales too. Some say any man caught by the creature never returned. Others claim victims were dragged away into the darkness, while a few stories simply say they vanished without leaving behind a single trace. The mystery only made the legend even more frightening. People believed if they smelled something like rotting seaweed mixed with decay on an otherwise calm night, it meant the Nuckelavee was nearby. Doors would be locked, windows shut. No one dared step outside until sunrise. The legends even say the creature only left sea because another dark spirit allowed it to roam the land, bringing suffering wherever it pleased. Whether any of it was true, no one wanted to find out. What makes this legend so fascinating is that it wasn't just a scary bedtime story. It became an explanation for the unexplainable. Before science could explain disease, crops, failure, people searched for an answer. The Nuckelavee became that answer. A terrifying force that gave fear a face. And honestly, if I had lived in that time hundreds of years ago and heard those stories while the wind howled outside my window, I probably would have believed them too. So, here's the question I'll leave you with. If you were walking home alone on a cold, foggy night, and you heard the pounding of hooves behind you, would you turn around? Or would you just run, hoping there was a stream nearby? Because if the legends are true, that might be your only chance. But those are good questions. Let me know what you think in the comments. Here ends today's episode. This is your host Eliza. I hope you enjoyed listening to Mythic Codex Legends Unveiled. I hope you join me in my next episode. Thank you for listening.